Welcome to task 5 of Figma 101. In all of the previous tasks we kind of learned all of the basics, how to really set up your design file and how to, use those files and understand the properties and why we're using them and all of that stuff. And so in this section, we're just going to go ahead and use everything that we learned, and we're just going to start building an e-commerce dashboard. So you're probably wondering what a dashboard is. A dashboard is usually the main page that a customer would see if they're accessing your app. And I've provided kind of 3 examples of this here that I've made. And, they can really be anything. It can be sort of a splash page, you can have a list page, you can have a shopping page. You can really do anything you want with your e-commerce dashboard. So in this particular tutorial, we're just going to take what we learned in the last one and we're just going to create our own. I've actually provided you with a ton of assets over here, and you can use any of these. There's a bunch of images, there's some different icons here that you can use. And so what I want you to do is I want you to actually take these, create components out of them, and start building your page and just get really creative. I'm just going to do a quick example of how this would work. I'm just going to recreate a dashboard that I already created before. So I'm just going to take one of my image assets here that I used, and I'm going to copy it over to my iPhone. I'm going to press, oh, that's not how you do that. Always going to make sure that you're using the right commands. So I'm going to take a couple of these. I'm going to press Control C. I'm going to take them, put them over here, and I'm going to make sure that they're on the right page. So I want them to be on this iPhone 11. And so I have my 2 images, and then I'm going to just go ahead. I'm just going to kind of create something here really quick. I think the thing about design that people don't quite know is you can do a lot of different iterations of the same thing. So I'm going to do a picture here. I'm going to do an image here, and then I'm going to go into my asset menu. And so we've already created a lot of our components. So I want to add my navigation bar. So I'm just going to drag and drop it here. Make sure it's aligned. And then I kind of want to add, what else? I want to add a button. So I'm going to add my button here. And then I don't have my status bar, so I should probably put my status bar at the top. You always kind of want to have that. Something like that. And then I'm kind of missing something here, so I'm going to go back over to my images, and I'm gonna select one of these smaller images here of this woman. Go in, and I'm just gonna press Control B, and she's somewhere behind there. And I don't quite see her, so I'm going to try it again. Let's pick this one. And just kind of watch me do this. And, oh, okay, so we have her. I'm going to put her here. I want to scale it a little bit, so I'm going to scale it. It's kind of big, but let's change. See, our artboard is a little bit small, so I'm going to change that to the size of the picture that I have. And, getting an image under that. So I have her, and then I want want to kind of like scale it down a little bit. So here, so you can kind of have this like fashion page that we're working with. That's kind of an example of one dashboard. I don't know, maybe I want to do a different kind of style. So I want to go back, I want to sort of add a component here. And then maybe I want to actually like put some text. So I want to put like big sale 20% off. And then I'm going to add a text style. So heading 1. Oh, I spelled sale wrong. Sorry. Make sure you're spell checking. Figma actually doesn't have spell check, so just be very aware of that. So I have my big sale 20% off, and then I'm gonna like, I don't know, I want to add a different image than that big image that I had. Maybe I want to add like a series of smaller images. So I'm gonna like click these guys here, and actually no, I want to click these. These are all kind of the same. I'm going to click these, and then I'm going to just kind of play around with them. And they kind of show up on my dashboard here, and then I just want to make them, they're kind of not the right size, so I want to just kind of play around with them. There we go. Have them sort of in the middle. Add a button. So I'm going to go back to my assets, and I want to add a button here. And then I definitely still need my navigation bar. So I'm going to do my navigation bar. And then maybe I want to actually add remember those images that we had last time that we created. So I want to add this woman. So something you notice here that if I'm not actually layering my objects correctly, that see how it's behind my navigation bar? I just kind of want to always make sure that I'm aware of things being layered up against each other. And then just kind of moving on, I want to find that image of that other person. So here, I want to add that, and just kind of making sure that all my layers are good. I'm going to put that. And yeah, so, I've kind of created 2 dashboards here. So I encourage you to kind of like create your own. You don't have to make them look exactly like mine, but pause the video and just really experiment with this and use your colors, use your textiles, use your assets and components, and yeah, just play around and have fun.